from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Well, the Falcon offense about ready to go to work here for the first time, and leading them as he has since 2008 is the veteran quarterback, former MVP, Matt Ryan. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Here's Ryan to throw. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. They'll be led, of course, by their 2nd-year quarterback from LSU, Joe Burrow. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Barkley, a first down and more. And down to the 16-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
To do what?
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Burrow looking to pass.
Come on!
Touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
Again, Ryan got his tight end. It's Jaden Graham. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They run with Patterson. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Patterson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Ryan. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now Pollard. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. 5-3, their record is the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number 1, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number 2, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs.
Oh my gosh.
They've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On On second down, Barkley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. On second down now, it's Patterson. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And Ryan's throw into the hands of Pitts here. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. Now Ryan on second down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Lamb. And down inside the 15 he goes. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill.
And he's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on second down, Ryan. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. On 3rd and 1, Ryan completes to Zacchaeus. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ryan will throw again. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Meanwhile, Ryan's throw there complete to Ruggs. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Now Pollard. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead here, trying to make amends for that loss last week against the Denver Broncos. They start this drive now 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Sliding out of the pocket. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Richie Grant in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They're passing here. Joe Burrow buying time to his left. Touchdown! Blake Jarwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here? And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now If you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he's brought down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Barkley is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Out to his left. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st down, Patterson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14. Patterson on the carry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. To throw is Ryan. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Osa Odighizuwa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. C.D. Lamb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That's to his running back, complete. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gets him the 1st down yardage. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Being chased out left. End zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow rolling to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Burrow will throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Dallas, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City.